Talent in tennis is everywhere, and some players just seem to have much more talent than anyone else. Wasted talent is one of the most frustrating things for fans to watch. We're left scratching our heads thinking, what could have been?
I'm maturing, I'm 26 now, turning 27.
Get me someone now!
Slipped out of my hand.
The fallen star. Nick Kyrgios might be the most naturally gifted player of his generation. His serve, his timing, his ability to hit the most impossible shots without even looking like he's trying. He's beaten Nadal, Federer, Djokovic, all of them. And he's one of the very few players to hold a winning record over Novak. At his peak, he was dismantling top 10 players with ease. In 2022, he reached the Wimbledon final, and for a moment it looked like he might finally put it all together. But for Kyrgios, the problem was never talent. It was everything else. The injuries, the lack of fitness, the mental battles, the distractions off the court. He had the weapons to be a multiple slam champion. Instead, he's remembered as the ultimate what if. The worker. Dominic Thiem's story is almost the opposite. Where Kyrgios was casual, Thiem was obsessed. He trained like an animal, and he even sounded like one. Thiem was one of the few who would consistently challenge the big three. Against Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal combined, he won 16 matches and lost 19, the best win percentage of anyone who faced them more than a handful of times. In 2020, he finally broke through, winning the US Open from 2 sets down. But instead of being the start of a dynasty, it was the peak. Wrist injuries, physical breakdown, burnout, they took his edge. By 2023, he was fighting just to stay competitive. And by the end of 2024, he had retired. Thiem shows that wasted talent doesn't always come from laziness. Sometimes your body betrays you. The almost man. Imagine being so good that you're still better than 99.9% of the players in the world, and yet, at the very top, you're still not good enough. Alexander Zverev is the almost man. 6'6", huge serve, one of the best backhands in the game. He's won Masters titles, Olympic gold, reached number 2 in the world, but the slam breakthrough never came. His closest moment was the 2020 US Open final against Thiem. He led by 2 sets, served for the title, and collapsed. Thiem took it, and Zverev still hasn't shaken the almost label. He has the weapons, he has the physical gifts, but the question is, does he have the mentality to avoid wasting his prime? And then there's Gaël Monfils. Nobody plays tennis like him. Driving volleys, trick shots, pure entertainment. A fan favourite everywhere he goes. But for all the highlights, the results never matched. Just 1 slam semi in 2 decades. 11 titles in total. Monfils had the athleticism to be a slam champion, but he chose to be an entertainer first, a contender second. And honestly, if he did it all again, he'd probably do it the exact same way. Kyrgios shows what happens when discipline isn't there. Thiem shows how injuries can even rob the hardest worker. Zverev shows how mental lapses can block greatness. And Monfils shows that being loved by the crowd isn't the same as building a legacy. When talent is wasted, it doesn't just hurt the player. It leaves fans wondering about the era we could have had. Kyrgios once called himself a chubby kid from Canberra who hated tennis, but just so happened to be very good at it. He was the #1 junior in the world, broke into the top 50 at 19, and was tipped as someone who could rival the greats. What followed over the next decade, few would have predicted. And yet, looking back, maybe it was always going to end this way. Who do you think is the biggest what if in tennis?